Earlier this year, Christian and his team proved 2D Sonic could still stand among the platforming greats with Sonic Mania, a 2D return to form for the Blue Blur with a stellar soundtrack and near-perfect level design. However, now it's Sonic Team's turn to show us what they've been cooking up for the past 4 years. Have they made a dish worthy of our praise, or have they once again failed to deliver anything of substance? Well, I can say at least we got a story this time around. It's not very good, and it feels rushed, but there are elements in it such as Infinite's origins, the Freedom Fighters working together without Sonic, and the idea that Shadow, Omega, and Rouge still work together as Team Dark. And if these elements had been, given proper character development, they might have taken the shallowness of the story and given it some heart. Alas, we're left with a pretty cookie-cutter linear plot with no real twists. Even Infinite, the game's quote-unquote villain, is an utter disappointment. After so much hype and even his own rap theme song, he doesn't really do anything. At all. But, hey, it's better than Boom's plot, right?
It's been generations since I've seen you. You okay?
So, yeah. Gameplay is broken into 3 different playstyles, all of which don't feel like they have enough polish, though. Classic Sonic is the most rough, with physics that feel like they've taken a step back from Generations. He acts like a heavy, unresponsive tank that doesn't have a clear acceleration rate. Every single jump with him is like a constant tug-of-war between the player and the automatic forward momentum that's been added to his jump. He is without a doubt the worst element of Forces. Modern Sonic does return with his boost formula gameplay used for the 4th time now. It felt almost perfected in Generations, but it's been modified somewhat to be more streamlined, and as a result, really bland. Elements such as the drift and tricks have been completely removed in favor of automatic sections that steer the player with no input, completely removing any sense of satisfaction from a large portion of the game. In fact, most of modern Sonic stages feel like they play themselves, whether you're playing as Sonic or Shadow, the free DLC character that probably should have been included in the base game itself. The Avatar is clearly the star of the show here, utilizing a plethora of weapons that all allow the player to tackle stages in different ways. However, in all honesty, there really is no incentive to switch from the default flamethrower provided at the start of the journey. Gameplay is slower and more methodical, but for every well-laid-out platforming section, there's a poorly paced hallway with a line of easily disposable robots. One aspect that should be praised, however, is the customization, allowing the player for the first time to craft their own official Sonic OC. A stroke of true genius on Sega's part, based on the large amount of OCs that have been made over the years on several sites. Characters can even be shared and played with through the game's rental avatar system. Doing this takes the game's poorly made level design and gives it a dash of exploration, since you can swap in and out for different avatars to take alternate routes utilizing Wispons. Oh, and Wispons are the game's excuse to bring back the Wisp characters that everyone just loves by this point in the series, right? There's also a 4th gameplay style, if you can call it that sees the Avatar and Sonic working together in stages. But these levels more or less just play like the Avatar stages with a boost mechanic. They also introduce another automatic mechanic called the double boost that, regardless of whether you fail it or succeed, shoots your characters forward in the level, making them completely invincible and blowing away any enemy in your path. This makes the already short levels even shorter. It's like they were purposely making short automated stages that were only meant to be there for style and no substance. Well, yes, some of the best 3D Sonic games can feel a bit automatic. They're nowhere near as bad for the player input as Forces. There are absolutely stages in this game that you can just have one hand on the controller, boosting and jumping, and you can make it all the way through to the end. And with only 30 stages and 13 extra stages, the game's about 3 hours long and is padded out by missions and collectathons that, as of this review being published, currently don't unlock anything. No Supersonic or surprise ending boss fight here. Unless DLC is coming, Sega. Oh wait, it is. It was in the day 1 patch. You just haven't unlocked it for us yet. Thanks. Well, at least the graphics are pretty. This is the first real next-gen Sonic game, and it shows. Environments come to life with new and improved lighting effects. The detailed backgrounds that flavor the landscapes of every level bring a sense of grandeur to the world. In particular, the space level features a sweeping landscape of a ship armada in stunning HD. This isn't to say that everything is top quality. The cutscenes are prone to flat lighting and poor animation. They are well voice acted, or at least the voice actors did the best they could with the cringe-worthy lines that were peppered throughout the script. Special mention goes to Mike Pollock for his always perfect delivery as Eggman, and to Liam O'Brien for his portrayal of the new villain Infinite. It's really disappointing to see that both of these characters get pretty much nothing to do throughout the game's running time. The soundtrack is a mixed bag. Vocal tracks from Sonic Adventure's heydays return, and they're pretty catchy, especially the two main ones. Modern Sonic stages, however, grade your ears with far too much synth, and all of classic Sonic stage music is truly awful, nothing compared to the arrangements we got for Mania. They feel closer to the lackluster tracks from Sonic 4. And that word, lackluster, feels like the best way to describe Sonic Forces. For a game in planning and development for 4 years now, it's surprisingly short, filled with very little substance, is poorly paced, panders to classic fans with the inclusion of Classic Sonic, who does absolutely nothing noteworthy in the story and has no reason to even be here. It's very frustrating to see after Sonic's name was brought up in such a high regard when Mania came out, that Sega has once again returned to their old ways of putting out rushed, low-quality games, though at least it was at a budget price this time. Hopefully they learn their lesson from Forces and really evaluate what it takes to make a Sonic game that somebody can enjoy playing and not just watch. Ball's in your court, Sega.
We can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you. Pushing on through until the battle's won.
Also, hey guys, I'm honestly not even going to make a promise this time. I do have a very steady job, and I do have a place where I can record again, so potentially, maybe, we'll do more reviews. This was basically just a test to see if I could still, if I still had it, if I could still edit to music, and I could still read off a Microsoft Word doc and not have to take 86 takes to do one paragraph. I mean, I didn't do that this time, did I? I might have. There's also, we have 2 dogs and 2 cats, so most of those takes were not ruined by me messing up reading. They were ruined by a big German shepherd and a husky walking by this door. The detailed backgrounds that flavor the landscapes of every level bring a sense of grandeur to the world. I hate you, Loki! Yeah. Hopefully you hear from me again. I'm gonna try and do some more reviews, because they're really fun and they give me something to do, and I need a hobby.